leaving the ground early, which you referred to after Vallecano, but it's a completely different thing refusing a manager's orders to go on the pitch. That is much worse, isn't it?
I think everyone understands that it's both is not acceptable, and so I don't want to graduate it in one or the other. Both is not acceptable, and that makes why he gets some days off.
Is there an argument for him never to play for the club again after disrespecting the manager and the badge to that extent?
No. It's for this game, and then we continue. And I'm open for that, and for me, that is a strike. And what we say in the statement, we remain. Cristiano remains an important part of this squad, and I count on him for the rest of the season. And we want to fulfill our ambitions.
Eric, when you analysed the squad, did you sense that it was too soft under the previous manager and it needed more discipline?
I don't look back in the past. It's about now, today, and so when I get appointed, I talk with the directors about the culture, about the top sport culture, about standards, and how that's the way. That's also why they appointed me. They did some background, and we had talks about how I lead, so what my personality is, how I do it in a strategic way, and also about standards and my leadership, and so that's about, and to get that right top sport culture, and to set the highest standards, and then we have to live along, and that is what we're doing in this moment. And that is not something it will happen or you can construct it in a couple of weeks. It will take time. But I think, and that's also I think what you see in our games, and therefore I was really happy with our performance on Wednesday. We're getting high standards. You see it on the pitch. There it reflects what we are constructing.
I know you said previously that you having discussions about the January market, given the situation with Cristiano, but not only that, Antony's fitness as well. Is the forward line an area that you would want to improve in January?
The forward?
To sign a new striker potentially if Cristiano wants to leave?
There's all speculation. I count on Cristiano, so in this moment it's not an item.
So you think he'll be here for the rest of the season, or do you want him to be here for the rest of the season?
Both.
Eric, what reason did Cristiano give for not coming on?
The talk, and that is between Cristiano and me.
And was it a more difficult? Goals have been hard to come by for the team. Was it a more difficult decision to leave him out for these few days because you haven't got that many options on the bench? Was that a more difficult decision, or does the principle have to come first for you?
It's a difficult decision. It's clear, but I think it has to be consequences, a behavior. Or when it's a bad behavior and it's the second time, then you can't let it go, because otherwise it's going to be miserable for the future. And so then you have to take this measure, what I don't like, because you are right, I prefer the squad with Cristiano on board.
Jamie and Rob. Hi Eric. He said yesterday, Cristiano, on Instagram, that it was a heat of the moment thing that he did, but he didn't say sorry. Does he owe an apology, particularly to fans who, by walking off, he's basically saying, I am bigger than your club, and this is Manchester United. So does he owe fans an apology?
Well, I say he has to live as anyone else along certain standards. I like the standards we set in this season.
Cristiano is obviously, he's always been very popular here for what he's done in the past. Do you think that now he might have to prepare for quite a harsh reaction when he does finally come back? Because there are lots of fans that will feel that what he's done has been quite disrespectful to them and to the club.
I think it's justified, but because he achieved a lot in his career, that is, I don't have to maybe to mention, but it's so brilliant. And But also, he has to be aware, you always get justified by the moment for how you're acting on today. And especially, I think, in top sport, it's about today. It's not about age, it's not about reputation. You always, when you do top sport, you get justified, you get judged by the moment you act, and that's normal. And we have to be aware of it. Everyone, not only Cristiano, we have to be aware of it as a team, as a manager, as a club.
James.
Do you think it's become very clear, Eric, with your actions this week, who is in charge? And do you think going forward you're not going to have any players stepping out of line because they know with you in charge that they will be punished?
But it's not about that. It's about the club. I have to take the decisions in the interest of the club and the team, especially. And that's my job. And so it doesn't matter who it is, reputation or age. And so also with my lineup, I have to pick the team where I think we have the best chance to win.
Last two questions, Paul and then Chris. Eric, Cristiano's in quite early this morning. Have you spoken to him at all this morning?
This morning I didn't speak with him.
We're led to believe that he's training away from the group.
But it could be that when I met him, I would speak with him, no problem.
But he's training away from the group at the moment. What do you hope to achieve by doing that? Or for him to achieve?
He stays fit. That's clear. As a top footballer, you can't rest for many days after each other. That is not what he wants, and so he has to train.
But also, is it a lesson to him for what he's done?
So once again, the expectations Man United are really high. The ambitions from us are really high. Our fans, all our stakeholders, we expect results. So then you have to act along certain standards, and you have to work every day on it. And Cristiano's now not in the squad, but he is training to keep himself fit, to get ready for the next game coming up after Chelsea.
Last question, Chris.
Yes, hi Eric. The statement was quite clear about the action that you have taken. Can you confirm whether he's been fined or not?
Also, that is not an issue to discuss here. That is in the talk that is between Cristiano and the club.
Will you be back training with the squad on Monday, the first team?
We will first talk.
So it could be longer.
No, I don't think so. No, that is not my purpose. What I said, I don't want to miss him.
Yeah.
I want him to be in the squad. I want him to get involved for every game because he has an impact.
Well, that depends on his attitude, though, whether he comes back into training and the squad. I mean, he has to be clear to you, I will not do this again, and I will abide by the rules.
Yeah, I think we set certain standards, so but that is for any player.
Okay, thank you very much.